school at Ivy Tech Community College, taking Com 101. I was given the assignment to give a speech on how the process of how something works. So the speech I'm going to give you guys is on airbags. I'll tell you a little bit about airbags, and hopefully when you leave today you'll have a better understanding of how airbags work and how they're activated. First of all, to understand airbags, you've got to understand why they invented airbags and why they're around. It goes with Newton's law of motion. An object in motion, like if this was a vehicle that was in motion, it's going to stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. So if this was a vehicle and it was going 50 miles an hour and hit a brick wall, everything that's inside this car, this vehicle, is going to continue to go 50 miles an hour. And that's why they invented airbags. So it would be some sort of restraint system or a cushion for your head that was going 50 miles an hour. In 1998, there was a standard set forward that any vehicle made after 98 would have passenger and driver's airbags inside the vehicle. So any vehicle that is made after that, 98, if you guys respond to any of those cars, you can expect to see the type of restraint system inside there. This is an overall diagram of an airbag system. Right here is the steering wheel. And how it works is there's a crash sensor that can be located in the front or the rear of the vehicle. And the object that hits this has to be going at least 10 to 15 miles an hour. It can be in the front or the rear of the vehicle. And once it hits this sensor, it sends a signal to your inflator, which is activated, and it pushes gas inside of the airbag, which deploys it out. It's a nylon bag is what it is, and nitrogen gas is pushed in, and it basically explodes out. It kind of acts as if a rocket motor. It's the same propulsion type system that a rocket motor would have. There is a safety zone or a warning hazard zone with airbags, and that is 3 inches in front of the steering wheel. So if you're old grandma and you like to sit in front of the steering wheel, it's not a good place to be because there's no cushion behind your head or no place for the bag to actually deploy. You're supposed to be 10 inches away from the airbag when it deploys, and then you'll be okay if you are 10 inches. And also you want to have your seatbelt. The airbag is not going to work if you don't have a restraint system on, because the restraint system acts as a guide wire that guides you towards the airbag. That way you don't fall off to the side of it if the vehicle impacts at an angle. To tell you a little bit more about the airbag itself, when it is deployed, you might see a white substance or a white powder. There is no hazard to that. It's actually just like a cornstarch type substance, and that just keeps the bag safe and away from moisture. So if it is deployed, then it won't have any mildew or any type of damage from the moisture, or can create a hole or something like that. When the bag's deployed, it deploys out at up to 200 miles an hour, and 200 miles an hour is so fast. It's faster than what you can blink. It's 125ths of a second. That's how fast that bag comes out. To show you a little bit more, I wanted to show you an overall diagram or a car that has every type of restraint system that's now available today. The standard that was set forth in 98 only required you to have this bag and this bag right here, but today a lot of vehicles like BMW and Volvo, they have all different types of restraint systems. They have a head restraint, which is right here, and they have side seat restraints, and these can be called an air curtain or a side curtain. And the bad thing about the curtains on the side is they're active, like I said, the front and the rear with the two in the front are activated at 10 to 15 miles an hour, but these on the side are activated at around 12 miles an hour. And the deployment time that's needed for the side impact, there's no cushion, there's no front end of the vehicle, so the deployment time needs to be a lot quicker with the side impact bags. That's why they're not as effective if the vehicle's traveling faster than around 30 miles an hour. They're not as effective as the front bags are. There is in 1997, a standard came out also where manufacturers can put an on and off switch with the airbags, and you can actually turn it off. And some vehicles today in the passenger seat will have a sensor, a weighted sensor, where if there's not enough weight on there, that airbag won't be activated. I wanted to give you guys I took a couple pictures and got them off the internet of some of the testing that they're doing, so you can see what it looks like when a bag has been activated. And you can kind of see this is a frontal impact. I'm not sure how fast this vehicle was going, but you can see it, like I said about the law of motion. This van was in motion, and when it hit this wall, you can see how it kind of sprung back off of it once it came to rest. And whatever was inside that vehicle continued to go until it hit that airbag. Here's another vehicle. It looks like it's a Ford Ranger. And And also it's a front impact. I couldn't find any pictures of good side impacts with the side airbag, but I apologize for that. But you can kind of see also here where this vehicle came to impact. I don't know how fast it was going, but you can see how all the energy was pushed forward and it came to a stop, and actually the back end of this vehicle was pushed up, and the frame was probably bent because of all that force that was coming up. That's pretty much all I have for today. Does anybody have any type of questions about airbag systems? Has anybody ever seen an airbag system deployed? You have seen one? I'm sure you guys have. I'll see. Okay, well, thank you for listening to my speech today, and hopefully I'll teach you guys something else sometime. Thank you.
Thanks, Bobby.